Hey Mountain Kids, this is Rob Wade with a little more outdoor core. And what I want to do with you right now is talk about your pack. Now if you're just out exploring right around your house and your yard, you really don't need to pack a pack. But if you think you're heading out for 30 minutes or an hour, and a lot of times that'll end up going longer and longer, especially if you're having a good time. And so it's pretty wise, pretty smart to pack a good pack to be able to handle and prepare yourself for what's coming. So I'm going to share a couple things that are in my pack. It's not the only way to pack a pack, but it'll give you some things to think about. So, turning around the video, and here we go. Here is a pack of mine that's sitting on a little bench here. The first thing I think I'll just point out here is I've got a baseball cap. Now, there's a couple of little rules I follow. One of them are the ons. The ons are the things that you will put on to be more comfortable. It means also that you'll take them off when you don't need them. So if it's really shaded or whatever, maybe I won't be wearing this. But if it's a hot sunny day, having the brim of a hat makes all the difference. So I'm actually going to put this on right now. Next, let's get into my pack. So this particular pack. And we'll see what we can get into. Sorry about that. All right, now that the pack is open, it won't be nearly as hard. So here is another on, another thing that you'll put on yourself. Now, a beanie is a great thing on a cold day to take care of yourself. You can see this is my A's beanie that my brother gave me for Christmas one year. It's got my initials on the back, just so you know I'm a true A's fan. But anyway, a beanie will help keep your head warm, and when the weather turns a little bit colder, you will be glad you had a beanie in your pack. You may start your day with a beanie if it's cold in the morning when you put it on. And again, the ons can become offs when you don't need them anymore, but at least you have it and it doesn't take up much space. So another one of the ons. Another important on would be a layer. So if I'm out there and I'm just feeling a little bit cold, having this vest, this down vest, is a way to warm myself up. And so this is another example of an on that I can put on that keeps me warm, and that'll warm me up. But then also, for not just the warming, but also for the wind and the wet, I also have a shell. And this shell, if the wind picks up, starts to make me colder, I can wear a shell, and it'll help to take care of me. And then if it rains or snows even, I'm a little more prepared as well. It's another really good on to pack. Now, in addition to those ons that I just mentioned, there's also ins. Ins are things that you want to put into your body to keep yourself healthy while you're out there. And so one of those ins is a water bottle. So this is my Outdoor Core Mountain Kid water bottle. And I got lots of stickers on here. Here's the PUSD one, the Learning Landscapes with our Feather Over Land Trust friends, Smokey the Bear and the Plumas National Forest, who are partners who help us do a lot of good things here. And then if I turn it this way, you can see your Outdoor Core year on there. Got our garden year, you're the invertebrate, you're the reptile amphibian, the mammals, the trout, the birds, and watershed. And of course, it's only as good as what's inside. So one thing I always remind kids when I'm out with them is you want to fill your water bottle. You want to start with a full water bottle and an empty bladder, meaning you went to the bathroom. And then when you, as you empty your water bottle, you'll fill your bladder. And you just keep taking care of filling and emptying, both bottle and bladder, and that will keep you healthy. So good thing to keep in mind. So this is a very important in. Another important in, if you're going to be out for a little while, is some calories. So this is a can of sardines that I throw in my pack often. It gives me some protein, and I've come to really like sardines. They're so easy to pack, and definitely helps take care of me if I'm out there a little bit longer and I need something to eat. And actually, on that note, I've got another in here that I thought I'd pull out. And these are really common. There's lots of different kinds of energy bars. I like Cliff bars. But the one thing, I have a good friend who says that if you're really wanting to make sure you've got something to survive on, don't put something in your pack that you really want to eat that's delicious, like this crunchy peanut butter Cliff Bar, because I'll just eat it because, you know, whatever, I got a sweet tooth. But again, this has lots of calories, and it'll help keep you burning some energy to get you out on your adventure and then back home. So again, another example of in. We got water and we got some food. In the spirit of ins, just like everything that you put on, you can take off. Everything you put in also comes out. And interesting at this time, how important and precious toilet paper is. I should probably guard this very carefully. And that's a whole other video to talk about how to poop in the woods. And hopefully you're not going to be out that long. But if you are, it's always good to be a little bit prepared about what you might do while you're out there. I probably will do a video about how to poop in the woods, because it is not something everybody does really well. So in addition to the ons and the ins, there are other things I put into my pack which are tools. No, actually, first, the pack is your tool. It's something that helps you to carry. A tool is something that helps you to do something. Like a hammer helps you to drive a nail. That is a tool to drive a nail. A pack is a tool to carry resources that you need if you go out. Here's another example of a pack, really simple, little string pack. Has our Learning Landscapes logo on there with our partners from the Feather River Land Trust. But I know a lot of you have used these in school. You don't have to have anything super fancy. Even just a bag will do sometimes. And I've gotten many of my packs from thrift stores for just a couple of bucks. So just know that none of this stuff needs to be bought new. And you can get yourself going once you have a pack. A couple other things for tools. So I like to field journal. If I am not just out on an adventure, but I'm going out to explore and to discover, I always take a field journal. And so here's a newer field journal of mine, a smaller one that fits easily into my pack. Outdoor Core Mountain Kids sticker, as well as a Learning Landscape sticker. And you can see I even have a journal page in here from it's like last week on April 1st. Not even a joke. And I'm going to do another piece on a field journal, but if I'm just out to have fun and play and explore, I might not take my field journal. But if I do want to discover something and learn, I will take my field journal, and then of course I'll take at least one pencil to write on, or a pen. Sometimes I'll throw all my colored pencils in there just to kind of have at it. And sometimes I'll just find a burned over tree or a log, and I've used charcoal from just something that burned in order to write in my journal. And again, you don't even need to have a journal like this. You can have any notebook. I've journaled on a napkin before. So all that stuff is possible. Let's see what else I got in here. Oh, another tool. This is a tool to magnify things. This is my pair of binoculars, and it helps me to see things that are far away. And also, these are some near focus binoculars that allow me to see really up close as well. So again, every one of these things, every tool helps you to do something. So for example, a journal is a tool for discovery and remembering. My brain cannot remember everything I see. So if I put it in my journal, it will help me to remember. So it's a tool to help me to discover, learn, and remember. This is a tool for magnification so that I can see things up close and have a better understanding of them. Let's see what else I got in here. Looks like I have another beanie. Oh, this is an important on as well. I skipped this one. Another important on is sunscreen. I joke a little bit how we all need more screen time, but I do not mean TV screens or computer screens or smartphone screens. I mean sunscreen, because if we're outside a lot, then we need to have a lot of screen time to match that. And so if you're going to be out a lot in the sunshine, good to have your sunscreen as well. That's another on. And I think that's all I have in my pack. And I've got one other little thing in here. I guess I'll show it to you because it's here. This is a dissection kit. So while my fingers work just fine, as do couple of sticks. I have invested because I'm a scientist and I love doing exploration and discovery. I've got a little dissection kit that will help me to take apart that piece of scat or anything else I find to get a little bit closer to it. So that's something I have in my pack. Again, you get to pack your own pack. And just to remind you, you know, so you get to determine what you need, but you want to be thinking about your ons, what you need to put on and off to be safe and comfortable, what your ins are, what you want to put into your body to keep yourself in good shape, and then what tools you want to bring to help you to have the best adventure possible. Again, if it's an adventure focused on fun and recreation, then you might not need much. But if you are out there to explore and to learn and discover, you may want to bring some extra tools to help you do that as well. Anyway, this is Rob Wade. Focus on your pack. And remember, any old pack will work. But knowing how to pack a pack well and thoughtfully to be prepared for what you're going to bump into is a really great skill for every single mountain kid. So get out there and have fun.